So far, any questions? Now comes the second part that these two guys say right here. The Torah is full of scientific evidence that only the creator of the world was able to write it. You will see in my movie. I show one after the other. God is the only one who knew these details. Nobody knows about all the oceans, what's inside. Nobody knows about more than 2 million different kinds of animals from A to Z. Nobody knows, only the creator. Nobody knows about all the galaxies. Nobody knows things that none of us could know until we have the technology we have today. This was 3,300 years ago, and the writer of the Torah knew exactly the number of the stars when there was no even telescope. No spaceship, no NASA, no computers. There was no way to count 1 to the power of 18. There's trillions, quadrillions. There's a number with 18 zeros. There was no way to calculate it until 50 years ago. We didn't have calculators. When I was a kid your age, we had a calculator that just came out. If you did something, it showed E. Error. The calculator cannot do five digits multiplied by 4 digits. Already came to a number, it showed E. Later, they made it a little better and better. But in order for you to count what NASA does today, you need a mega computer size of a building. Nobody had that 3,300 years ago. And the Torah was precise. The Gemara, the oral Torah, all the proofs that I show comes from the Gemara. Whether you like to learn Gemara, whether it's difficult for you, you will see that the Gemara, which is the oral Torah, it's all divine as well. Not only the written Torah. Now, one more thing. When God gave us the Torah with 613 mitzvot, there is any way to understand one mitzvah from the Torah without going to the oral Torah? One mitzvah. Who can tell me which mitzvah from the Torah you can understand 1% of it without the Talmud? Do you have one mitzvah that you can tell me that we can do directly from the written Torah? The answer is absolutely not. Nothing. How to keep Shabbat? It doesn't explain how. It doesn't explain. So it says if you mechalel Shabbat, you are 100% goy. You're not a Jew in the eyes of God. And you have no share to the world to come. Did you know that? If you testify in a court, the persons go free. They cannot accept your testimony. If you touch the wine, you have to throw it to the garbage. You cannot make kiddush on it. If you die, they cannot bury you in a Jewish cemetery. They have to bury you in a different cemetery, like the Goyim. That's the halachot of Mechalel Shabbat. So God is so strict about Mechalel Shabbat that He gave him a bigger punishment than a murderer, and He cut him out of life of eternity. He has no share to the world to come, and nowhere in the Torah will explain how to keep Shabbat. Doesn't make sense to you? Even a fool like me wouldn't make such mistake. Giving a nation a book and say, be careful. Shabbat is the eternal covenant. It's a sign between me and you that I created the world in 6 days. In a 7th day I rested. If you don't keep Shabbat, you don't belong to me. You're not my son anymore. You have no share to the world to come. You're 100% a goy. You have to be executed by the court by stoning with no mercy. How to keep Shabbat? I don't know. Makes sense to you? Only ignorant people criticize the oral Torah because of their stupidity. Excuse my language. They never know what it is. Bichlal. How do you argue about brain if you never learn one day in medical school about brain? How you argue about computer if you don't know how to type one name in a computer? What are you arguing about things that it's out of your territory? You want to argue about sport, you know sports, argue about sports. You know basketball, you can tell, you can argue, you know the players. But you may not know baseball. It's two different worlds. You can be an expert here and a total fool over here. People who criticize the oral Torah has only one reason for it. They don't have an idea what it is. Once I begin to talk to them, in 3-4 minutes, you know what? I just realized that I have no idea what it is. You're right. I take my words back. Why didn't you think before you criticize it? Why should I talk against something that I have no idea what it is? Now let me explain something else to you. Tefillin. It's a covenant between me and you. Every time the Torah uses the word ot is a siman, sign. How to make tefillin? Nowhere in the Torah it says. Nowhere in the Torah it says what it makes from, how it looks, square, not square, what color, from what animal, what's to put inside, what's to write inside, how to divide it. Bottom line, there is more than 1,000 halachot how to make one pair of tefillin. And it takes 1 year to prepare from the time you kill the cow until it becomes tefillin. If it's kosher, 1 year. 1 year process, slow process. All mostly handmade, with a little bit machine, but mostly handmade. Thousands of instructions how to do it. 1 or 2 of them are wrong, it's not kosher. None of it appears in the written Torah. But millions of Jews always knew them, all over the world, with no internet, no telephone, no TV, no communication, no FedEx, no radio, no nothing. The Jews came from Yemen, brought black tefillin. The Russian Jews came from Russia, black tefillin. Same Shema Israel inside, same thing in the hand, same thing 7 here, same thing with no communication. More than 2,500 years, nobody knew about each other. The Yemenite Jews that live in Yemen, they have no idea there's some Ashkenazi Jews with blue eyes. They never believe that they are our brothers and we came from the same family. How can it be? Look at me, I'm dark. Look at him, he's light. How can it be? Different accent, different clothes, different food. Mamash looks like total different nations. Same tefillin, same brit milah, same mezuzah, same modesty, same everything. Same kiddush on Shabbat at night, same in the morning. 99.9% is the same. There are some changes in the customs, but the Torah, same 613 commandments. The Yemenite doesn't have more or less than the Polish Jew. Same Torah all over the world. All the nations came to destroy the Torah in every generation, all over the world. The Jews have one book everywhere you go, 3,330 years.